Alright, good afternoon, everyone. We have breaking news from Liberty Island. I know it's the 4th, and you don't expect any big breaking news story today, but a lady has climbed the Statue of Liberty. Here's what we know right now. The NYPD are on the scene right now. So at this moment, we're going to take you live to WABC TV's coverage right now, where apparently the lady is apparently sitting on the left side of the statue. So right now, without further ado, I don't want to talk, because if I talk, then I can't get you any useful information. So let's go live. I will take you live now to WABC TV here in New York. Diana Williams and Joe Torres will be your anchors. So we'll go live to the coverage right now.
Where I'm looking right now. So a lot of stuff has to come in. A lot of points will be considered later on.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be a review of security procedures, and what a shame if people can't get as close to Lady Liberty in the future as a result of what's happening today.
Well, from what I understand, they closed down part of the park, so that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, we heard from a woman who was headed over to the park, and then the boat stopped and kind of basically turned back around, and they were not allowed to disembark. So this has been very disruptive to a lot of people who had plans to go visit the Statue of Liberty today.
Sure is. So, again, we'll find out. There's a lot of questions that have to be answered here. Yeah, we don't know a great deal of what went on here.
Yeah, as if police, not that they're stretched too thin, but, there's so many police officers working today already doing security details. July fireworks.
Okay, everyone, I'm putting my mic back on at the moment right now, because I want to take you right now to 1010 Wins, where they might be doing information right now that Channel 7 may not be giving. So we'll go back to WABC later on, as soon as we can get it right here on TuneIn. We'll listen to 1010 Wins for about a few minutes, then we'll go right back to WABC. I promise everyone, because I know, the other news stations in New York don't start their program till 5. Well, while I'm going to put 1010 Wins on, yeah, here we go. Here's WINS, so we'll take a listen for a couple seconds.
Ronan and Emma Stone are expected to co-star. Justin Timberlake's Summer starts now. That's the first line from his new song that he dropped last night called Soulmate. You now can get a set of wheels like the mod.
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is, I'm going to leave WABC here, and then the background for 1010 Wins will be...
Scooter company Scamati Worldwide is
we're going to leave 1010 Wins on
to create a limited
edition series of Who-themed scooters. Wins News Time 4:39.
Hey, this is Dr. Drew. Before you hit the road for any vacation this summer, visit GNC. That's right. Get some of that creatine for your workouts or that high-quality protein powder. GNC has the highest quality solutions and supplements in the industry. GNC brand products pass up to 150 quality checks. You can be sure you're getting the best prices with GNC's Price Match Guarantee. GNC doesn't just match prices, they'll beat them by $1. Or try something new. If it's not right for you, return it for a full refund. This summer, live well with GNC. Exclusions apply. See an associate or GNC.com for details.
And now, a page from the diary of Flo.
Dear Diary, the ghost is back. This house is protected through Progressive, but that doesn't mean it's not haunted. How else would you explain that radiator-like clanking sound? Or the moon-colored light in the hallway that's gone by morning? Maybe he never bundled home and auto, and he's doomed to suffer an eternity without the savings.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive.
What was that wind-like sound? Oh, right, the wind.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
9 out of 10 couples prefer a different mattress firmness. If only there were a bed that adjusted. Enter Sleep Number. You can both adjust the mattress to your perfect firmness, comfort, and support your Sleep Number setting. And a Sleep Number bed lasts twice as long as a traditional mattress, but costs about the same. Does your bed do that? You can afford Sleep Number. You can't afford another mediocre night's sleep. It's the lowest prices of the season. Find final closeout savings on the Queen C2 mattress, only $599. Save $300. Ends Sunday. See store for details. To find a store near you, go to sleepnumber.com.
The people you trust. 1010 Wins.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 82 degrees at 4:40 on this Wednesday, the 4th of July. I'm Lori Madden, and here's what's happening. The barges are in place for the fireworks on the East River. And Joey Chestnut scarfs down a record number of hot dogs. It's Independence Day in New York City. We have reports coming up. Nassau County Police are warning of a potential lethal batch of heroin in the Massapequa area, where a number of overdoses have been reported. The boys, stuck in a Thai cave for 11 days now, are practicing with diving masks today to assist in their rescue. The maker of the NutriBullet facing multiple lawsuits over exploding smoothie makers. 1010 Wins AccuWeather says warm and humid tonight with a drenching thunderstorm north and west of the city. Low 74. We'll get relief from the heat after storms move through on Friday.
This is Marco Belletti. Yankees kept rolling, knocking off the Braves behind 6 strong from CC Sabathia. Mets in Toronto tonight, and Caroline Wozniacki upset at Wimbledon. Roger Federer, Serena, and Venus Williams all advanced.
Wins News Time 4:41. Time for traffic and transit. On the ones here is Russ Meyer.
Now I got the rundown on the closures for you, and it is creating some havoc on the east side. This report sponsored by Nitro Plus. Talking about the FDR, which is closed off southbound and northbound between 63rd Street and the Brooklyn Bridge, as are most of the side streets between First Avenue and the FDR. Local streets in that area going to be a tough go. Do not enter that area by vehicle. If you're attending the festivities, best to do it on your 2 feet or by transit, whatever is easier and more feasible for you. Well, as far as the havoc, we have got the southbound FDR just not moving from 96th Street on down to 63rd. Some folks didn't know about the closure, apparently. So there's...
Okay, everyone, I'm back, and it looks like WINS is not picking up this story, which I think is very unfair for anybody who can't get to a TV right now. So again, just proves the point that we have media bias. This is the obvious point right here. So turn up the volume for just a sec so I can at least listen to some of it. Keep it in the background. So here's what I'm doing right now. I have any information right now. You can comment. You're more than welcome to do that at the moment. Just double checking to see if we are still live. Perfect, we are still live, so that's very good. Oh, this is ridiculous. Again, 1010 Wins is not doing coverage. Alright, so we're just going to leave it on WABC, where you can listen to it, I guess. So again, the anchors are Diana Williams and Joe Torres. So again, this is the live coverage from WABC, and we'll stick onto it.
Jerry, do you know what the height is from the bay, from that
observation deck area where we see people standing right now, up to where she would have climbed? Because I'm guessing it's about 30 feet, 20 to 30 feet.
I would say 20 to 30 feet from the base of the observation deck. Again, that's just an estimate, eyeballing it.
Do you generally have security out on that deck? I mean, I'm wondering too how she could have done that without somebody. I mean, it had to have been very crowded today.
Yeah, it's you know, July typically this week is most. We have the highest visitation historically of the year during this week.
Sure.
It was a very crowded day. The pedestal observation deck was most likely very crowded. We do have rangers and U.S. Park Police who rove what we call the 6P level, which is the level of the observation deck, and they periodically check in by radio.
Okay. Are you on the island yourself, Jerry?
I am on the island.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it fully evacuated at this point?
I would estimate we have about 400 to 500 more people.
Wow.
To get on the final boat.
And how many did you entertain today, roughly?
I can't really give you a solid number on that, other than at a busy day like today, at the time of day, which is the busiest time of day, the number could have ranged from 3,000 to 4,000, slightly over 4,000.
Wow.
That's a good crowd.
That's a lot of people there. How are people responding to the evacuation? Are they cooperating?
Understanding?
It's such a hot and humid day out here. We were a little worried when we began our evacuation plan, but everyone cooperated. There were no incidents. Everyone just calmly walked with our rangers towards the docks and waited patiently as the boats came in. So we're very, very pleased with the calmness of the crowd and how they cooperated.
That's good to hear. I assume they can all see exactly
I'm going to
what's
interrupt
going
for just
on,
a
right?
sec. I was just checking another news channel. WPIX has just gone live. So if you can get to a TV right now, the two channels that are doing coverage here in New York, WABC on your digital tuner, that's 7.1, and if you're looking for it on your digital tuner, it's 11.1. So that's who's doing coverage right now, and I'm assuming once the 5 o'clock broadcast of 2, 4, and 5 start, they'll probably go with the story. So we're still going to stick with Channel 7 because I think right now they're about to go to a reporter in Brooklyn. So let's just bring it back.
I don't think we'll know that, Joe, until the person is in custody.
All right. Jerry, try and enjoy your 4th, and thanks for the time.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you
Thanks
very
so much.
You got
we really appreciate it. Very helpful. We want to go back now to Jim Dolan. He is in Battery Park. He's kind of been talking to some of the folks who have already left the island or who were hoping to get to the island. Jim Dolan live in Battery Park. Let's see if we can reach him at this point. Jim, you there?
Yeah, Diana, we're right here. This boat that's coming in right now, these are folks who were on the island when all this happened. The people we've spoken to until now never actually made it to the island. They were on their way and never quite made it. These folks were on the island when that person who we are describing as a climber, the woman who was climbing the statue, was spotted. These folks were there, and the island had to be evacuated because of that. They didn't know whether she was a security threat or not. So these folks just getting into port here in Battery Park right now. It has been a long and busy day. A lot of people on that last boat disappointed they didn't make it to the island, but these folks were on there, and they had to be taken off. They're coming off right now, and we hope to talk to them. When we do, we'll get back to you and let them know what they had to say, what they saw from that island. Some of them didn't even see the woman there, but they had to leave anyway. So we're going to talk to them, and we'll be back to you as soon as we get to that.
Okay, Jim, obviously we're looking for anybody who was on that observation deck high up who might have actually witnessed some of this. We know, Jim, by the way, 4,000 to 5,000 people
were there
at Liberty Island.
And I don't know how many can go on each ferry that makes its way from Battery Park to the island, but, you
still got several hundred there.
Perhaps there's still a few more rides to be had.
Right. It's pretty amazing because this is, as we heard from Jerry, is really one of the busiest weeks out of the whole, is the busiest week out of the whole year. And so certainly today was one of the busiest days.
We've got both cameras punched up right now. You can see the ladder once again where police made their way up to the pedestal. That's on the right-hand side. And then on the left-hand side, I think you're looking at what would be the back, the other side of Lady Liberty there. And 2, 3, if not more, officers in the process of negotiating, trying to convince this person to put an end to the statement.
Yes. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to keep following this, though, so we'll be right back after this.
Start your day off right.
Good morning to you.
With the best.
All right, technical difficulty there, but we fixed it. All right, so fellow YouTuber Matt Camper has just picked up the story. So thank goodness he's doing that, and I have my OBS too. Again, double check to you all that we have very good quality standards today. So we'll just double check that. Ooh, you know what it is? It's window capture. That's why I think my settings are not cooperating with me today. Oh boy, there we go. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to take in my web camera, my VCD web camera. And we'll bring that up at the moment. You all can see me. And here I am. Okay, so here's the situation if you're just joining in. This has been going on now for the past hour. Alright, this has been going on now for an hour. And this is insanity. If you didn't hear... If you're just joining us, WABC is reporting the following as well. there was a protest earlier on in the day. We don't know if it was an anti-Trump protest, number one, and number two, you know, we don't want to label what this lady could or could not be, because then that's not fair reporting. So there's multiple outlets picking this up. Agenda Free TV's picking this up. I'm doing coverage here in Queens, obviously, in my studio here in Queens. Obviously, why would I be out in the 4th anyway? But yeah, I'm gonna see if we can get you the Pix 11 feed right now. If we can get you the Pix 11 feed, we will bring you that coverage at the moment. Yeah, we will pick it up. Live streaming, so we'll see if WPIX is live. They have to be live with this coverage, because they were live earlier. I don't know if they're still live. I don't know if that's still possible at the moment to get you any cut. Yeah, like I figured. So WPIX does have a stream. We will take you to it in just a minute. We will take you to that. We will have to, of course, flip between 11 and 7. We will have to do that. There are 94 people watching this stream, but more people are going to be able to watch it here on YouTube. Okay, so looks like Channel 11 is on commercial 2 at the moment. So, alright, WABC just came back.
She has taken off her shirt, and the shirt has a message on it, so she's been
waving the shirt. We do not have the capability of being able to see what the message is on her shirt. We do know that 7 people were arrested earlier today at the island, on the island, after they unfurled a banner saying abolish ICE. These were protesters there, and they were arrested.
A busy day in a whole different way than Lady Liberty Island. Let's get a check of the forecast with Amy Freeze. Hey, Amy.
Good evening to the both of you as we go into the last couple of hours.
So my little technical difficulty there, but we'll go back to my camera right now. We'll go back to what camera. Here we go. That's better. All right. So rather be on me than anything else at the moment. So here's what Diana Williams was just reporting. The reporter from New York. Now, normally on the 4 o'clock broadcast, and many of you know I'm a big Eyewitness News fan, this broadcast would normally be Liz Joe and David Navarro, and then Diana Williams does the 5 o'clock broadcast with Sade Badarawa. Well, due to the short amount of staff today in the 4th, that's why Diana's doing the 4 o'clock news. So here's what she just said, and if you're just joining in, we have a lady who just climbed the Statue of Liberty. The police are trying to get her down right now. They're trying to get her off the statue. What we just been told from Diana Williams, the following information. Apparently, this is confirmed to be an anti-Trump protester who was on the island earlier today. She is apparently wearing a sign or some sort of short that says abolish Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or better known as ICE. I, C is in Charlie and an E, of course. So anybody who is illiterate, then I've helped you there, but yeah, they're apparently the weekend weather lady Amy Freeze is doing the forecast, which I understand why she has to. I mean, it is part of their airtime, but I'm wondering now, are they going to go back to this coverage? Most likely, I'm assuming yes, because they of course do have to change broadcasters at 5, and then for the 6 o'clock broadcast, obviously. So, yeah, I'm watching it right now. It's only Amy. I have it on mute because obviously, why do I want to unmute something that doesn't give you? Okay, they're back with coverage. They're back. So let's put you back to WABC.
Base of the Statue of Liberty. You've got officers trying to negotiate with a woman who's now been up there for well
since the top
over
of the hour.
an hour. Yeah, probably an hour and a half at this point.
There she is now. She's moved around quite a bit. What you don't see is that there are NYPD officers, Park Police as well, at the location in the midst of negotiations with her.
Joe,
and there
she is holding up something.
Holding up what presumably is a shirt. And police desperately trying to convince her to end this stunt safely and to come down.
Okay. And again, we do not have the capability at this point to see what's on that shirt or what message there might be, but we will continue to follow this story. That does it right now for Eyewitness News First at 4.
All right, Eyewitness News at 5, straight ahead.
When it's 5 o'clock, you're busy, and so are we. Channel 7.
So, you just heard WABC. They have to cut to commercial. I understand why they have to. Let's go back to my camera. So, as you just saw, that lady is apparently making very weird movements right now. She's moving her hand. She's gesturing in a weird way right now. Probably could be, from what WABC has confirmed, this is a social justice warrior. This is an SJW, so this has already gone from bad to worse. Yet again, the media just can't adapt to 2010 slangs, apparently. They just can't. They don't want to call her for what she is. We have a situation where we have a social justice warrior ruining everyone's 4th of July plans. It's awful. It really is. This, if you're just joining us, Jim Dolan, a veteran broadcaster for WABC, who has been with the station for many years, was just at Battery Park. He was just there. And there was people that just got off the boat from Liberty Island who were evacuated. So we already know that this is a very, very bad situation. That an SJW has just ruined everyone's afternoon. And again, this is the right term to be using it. It should be the headline: Social Justice Warrior climbs Statue of Liberty. But no, the media is just biased, and they're not going to tell you that. They won't. So, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go to WCBS AM 880 and see if they're saying anything. See if they're even saying anything before I put you back to WINS. Let's do this. Let's go to WCBS.
Earlier car fire in Bridgeport is...
I'm putting it on the background. I am putting it back there. Oh, just a heads up, everyone. Congrats to Joey Chestnut today. He won the annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest today. Congrats to him. And, you know, bring up an unrelated note, I guess, while we wait for information. Alright, so Eyewitness News is going back live right now, but I want to see if any other outlets are picking up this story. As you can see here, they are reporting on it. Alright, so let me... Yeah, I have the desktop audio in the background too. Very reasonable. Alright, so we'll go back to display cap. Oh, here we go, here we go.
Now, after 7 others were arrested, they were protesting U.S. immigration policies. At Coney Island today, 74 hot dogs in 10 minutes. That's a world record for Joey Chestnut. More arrests in the murder of Lysandra Guzman Feliz in the Bronx 2 weeks ago. The NYPD says the tips keep rolling in, and we're getting closer to fireworks time on the East River. The rain will just hold up in time for that. In sports, Yankees beat the Braves.
In the nation. Jim Powers is our service aide. Our writers Mary Bennis, Justin Schrager at the editor's desk. I'm Lori Metten.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 82 degrees at 5 o'clock on this Wednesday, the 4th of July. I'm David Weiss. Here's what's happening. The countdown continues to the big Macy's 4th of July fireworks spectacular. A live report from Hunters Point South Waterfront Park coming up, along with a live update from AccuWeather on what to expect weather-wise. Liberty Island evacuated as a precaution this afternoon as police try to remove a protester who climbed up the base of the Statue of Liberty and is still there, leaning against the bottom of the statue. A candlelight vigil to be held tonight on the...
All right. We're going to turn 1010 Wins off. At least they're picking it up. But here's the situation right now. This angle, they were just showing it on WABC. The lady was clapping her hands. So why aren't they going to Jim Dolan?
I'm sorry, we had sound from that woman. But she claims that the woman who is on the statue is with her group, with that group trying to abolish ICE, and she says that she recognized that woman from a photograph and that is the woman who is up there. Many of the people we have spoken with today said that the woman who was climbing the statue had a sort of a flag or a T-shirt or something with her that she had unfurled, but it was too small for them to see. They couldn't tell what her message is, and we have not yet confirmed that she is with that group. But again, a woman from that group did confirm to us just a few moments ago that she knows the woman who is on the pedestal right now, and that she was earlier with that group and went on her own rogue mission. We asked if she supports that woman. She said, we respect her passion, but we did not endorse what she did. That's what we know for now. They're still trying to get that woman off of the statue. That has not happened yet. For now, reporting live from Battery Park, Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Jim, stick with us a second. I just want to let viewers know there were 7 arrests of that other group, the ICE Abolish ICE
Unfurl the
group.
banner there and had T-shirts on.
Banner. There were 7 arrests, and so obviously this woman, if Jim says, is part of this group, and maybe we don't have that fully confirmed yet, but there could be another arrest, and this woman, no matter what, will be arrested. But Jim, give us an idea, give us a sense of how people are responding. You know, they were planning to spend an afternoon on Liberty Island, and now they had to be pulled back. How are people responding to that? Jim, are you still there?
People who are not happy about having. Yes, we are. There were definitely people, Diana, who were not happy about having their trip to the island interrupted. Some of those had finished and were ready to go home, but a lot of them were still, some of them had just gotten started, and they had to evacuate the island, again, because they didn't know whether this woman posed some kind of security threat. So far, it seems that she does not pose a security threat. Again, we spoke to a woman who claims to be a colleague of hers just a few moments ago, and here's what she had to say.
I think our message is very clear. I think that we are a nation of immigrants. The Statue of Liberty represents that very, very clearly. We are here to call out the terrible immigration policies of this administration, and I don't think that her action, we certainly sympathize with the passion and the feeling behind her action, but we were not aware of it. We were not aware she was going to take this particular action.
I can't believe somebody's doing that. And I mean, I know today is the 4th, but that's not a good day to do it, so they wouldn't let us on.
Police came, there were helicopters, so they said there was a security issue, so we had to stay on the boat.
Our vacation was ruined.
It's her birthday.
And it's your birthday, Marilyn?
My 75th birthday, that's why they're here.
So for the tourists, it was certainly an eventful trip to the Statue of Liberty today, but again, it was interrupted for many.
Okay, I'm back at the moment. We'll put me back. So as you heard, it is a social justice warrior, which is, again, the media is biased and they don't want to tell the truth. That, again, this crazy social justice warrior who has been on the statue now for the past hour, since 4 o'clock, has been on this statue. She just doesn't want to get up. She's just laying there. From what I'm making out on the left, it looks like that might be another person? That's a good question. We don't know that. But we do know this. There's a couple of, I'm counting it right now. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 officers on that statue right now, along with the lady. So in total, there's 10 people right now on this statue. So, thing is, we don't really have any information. I'm trying to put some mic for you. What we're going to do right now is, let's see if Matt Camper is alive. Let's see if he's still alive, and we may simulcast him. Let's just check. Yeah, we're trying to see if we can get Matt Camper.
Obviously, this is one of the most important landforms in the U.S., and there are going to be some serious questions as to
what we're going to do right now is, let's see if Matt Camper is alive. Let's see if he's still alive, and we may simulcast.
Hold on, everybody. We may be going live on Andy's channel. Hold on, everybody. We may be going live on Andy's channel. Okay, Andy's live with us. Andy Random's channel right now. Welcome to our coverage from the Statue of Liberty, where a lady apparently is climbing the Statue of Liberty. I want to make sure. Again, go live if you're joining me again from Andy's channel. Right now, we're gonna listen into our sisters here, CBS 2 here in New York. Again, I'm having some technical glitches right now, so we're just gonna use my phone to listen in to see.
Alright, so Matt's having a little bit of a technical difficulty at the moment, so we'll turn him off.
I apologize, everybody. We're having all kinds of technical...
Yeah, he's having issues out there in Long Island, so it's really not the best to go out to him at the moment. So, again, I think we're going to go with Matt's plan and try to get WCBS TV on at the moment.
We will get to that as soon as we can. Of course, we'll have more coverage on our website if you're missing that. But like the people who were disrupted, there's a lot of communities that are not getting coverage also of what they did today on the 4th of July. And one more thing. We're watching this, and I know that in the back of everyone's mind, and it's certainly on Diana's and mine.
Oh, they were just mentioning how they're going to talk about local communities doing their 4th of July events. See, that's the problem. Even the broadcasters are upset. They wanted to do actual local news today. Now they can't. Because even on the 4th, the social justice warriors need to have their wonderful meltdowns. And they realize, well, sorry, we need the FaceTime. Folks, if you ever see an SJW, do not approach them. They are very dangerous people. Trust me, I've seen it myself. Alright, are we off the air again? Even Spectrum's censoring me. Alright, we're back. We keep going in and out because there's so much information. Well, we have another report right now from
at their hangar. We actually, just take a step back, we're arriving here around this time this was unfolding because we had prearranged a chance to fly with the aviation unit tonight as they provided security for the big 4th of July fireworks event tonight. We were going to be flying with them, and this was all sort of unfolding as we arrived. So let me tell you a little bit about what's going on right now. This is the first bit of video we can show you inside the command center here at the aviation unit offices, where they're watching a live feed from one of their helicopters that's currently on the scene, watching about 3 or 4 emergency service officers who have climbed as high as they can get to the pedestal of the statue, but they can't quite get to the level where this protester is at the moment without endangering her or themselves. And so what they are doing now, what they've launched about 10-15 minutes ago, we could show you the next bit of video that we fed back. 2 emergency service unit officers actually flew past us on the belt. We were on the way over here. We arrived to find them strapping in going to lower one or both of these officers from that helicopter and try to pluck that woman off of the base of the statue and then either drop her on the grass on Liberty Island or figure out a way to get her down from there so that she could be handled by the police officers and the EMS personnel who are on the ground there on Liberty Island. I can't quite impress upon you how high stakes this particular concept is. Of Liberty. This is a very risky maneuver on the part of these officers, the officers who are operating the helicopter, and of course the officers who are going to be potentially lowered down to handle this this apparent protester who's there at the base of the statue. So that's what we're watching here, and we'll be able to monitor the situation from their command center here. The other thing I would point out that we talked about with the officers here is just to put all of this in perspective. What's happening today is kind of a day in New York. It's unusual for sure, but they are used to unusual things happening kind of at any moment in New York. But it happens to be taking place, of course, on the 4th of July, which is one of the most high priority, high security, homeland security events of the whole year. And it speaks a lot about the NYPD's depth on especially on a day like today. All of this, you know, could be a distraction from their primary mission today, which is to keep the city and the 4th of July is going to be going on if those officers from the ground are unable to get to that woman at the pedestal of the Statue of Liberty. Those two ESU cops are going to be lowered down from a helicopter, and then that helicopter will be sort of inched ever closer to the statue. We're only talking, I think, a matter of feet from the statue where they're going to have to lower this line. They'll put them on the pedestal and they'll somehow either lift the woman off or help her down from there. But certainly a high-stakes operation that we're watching from here, and we'll send it back to you guys. For now, we're live at Floyd Bennett Field. Josh Einiger, Channel 7, Eyewitness News. Bill, Diana?
Josh, I think all of us are cringing at the idea of a chopper that close to the Statue of Liberty, and the idea of these guys rappelling down. That has to be an operation of last resort, right?
Absolutely. That's exactly how they refer to it. They don't want to do this operation, but, you know, if they have to do it, they will. If they can't reach the woman any other way, then that's what they're going to have to do. Of course, you know, you can't do anything but reflect on the symbolism here. It is the 4th of July. It's the Statue of Liberty. They've never done this before at the Statue of Liberty, and all eyes, of course, are now focused on what potentially they might be about to do. So it's a pretty stressful operation for them, and it really goes to show, the protester who's up there, as former Chief Boyce just told you guys, is not only really endangering her own life, but there's a very large volume of NYPD resources that are being put in danger.
Resources that were going to be,
and they're going to risk their lives to do what they have to do.
Resources that were going to be deployed and are being deployed, thousands of them at the fireworks show. Josh, I just checked. It's 151 feet from the base to the torch, and that means that chopper cannot get close to the statue itself because it's going to be risky. How are they going to drop that line 151 feet? Did you hear them talk about this? Obviously you did.
I did actually, Bill, and they're actually launching another helicopter, but I don't know what that's for. It may get a little loud here in a second, so just be aware of that. But to answer your question, I think I have the numbers right. This is what I heard, but I'll confirm this. The actual line that they have, I believe they said, is 300 feet. And so, they've got that length, if you not a lot to play with, and I think the maneuver that they've kind of gamed out in the past when they've talked about this type of scenario is they're going to lower at least one of the officers down far enough away from the statue, and then there's a crew chief who rides on the helicopter itself, who's a member of the aviation unit, who will be talking to the pilot and kind of tell the pilot 5 more feet, inch this way, left, right, etc., and try to get this officer who's then at that dangling from the line onto the pedestal. So you can imagine it's very high stakes, a lot of margin for error.
My heart is racing just thinking about it, Josh. I mean, that's and we look at this woman, she's just kind of resting, cradling herself in there in at the foot of the robe of Lady Liberty, and the idea that she is putting so many people in possible harm's way is certainly not a good thing. So hopefully it does not come to that. That's what we're hoping.
All right, Josh Einiger at Floyd Bennett Field, where the police, the NYPD, are sort of charting out their strategy of getting this woman, rappelling down from a helicopter, and getting this woman on the rope and getting her down. And Josh, keep us posted. If anyone can get on that chopper when they do this, I know it's going to be you, and you have that Degero app on your iPhone so you can see it. Josh, thank you very much.
So let's go now live to Anthony Johnson. He is over on the New Jersey side, where there's a growing crowd of spectators at Liberty State Park who are kind of watching things as they happen over at Liberty Park.
He's got a better view of this woman right now.
Yeah, Anthony, tell us what you're seeing from there.
Yeah, a lot of these folks out here at Liberty State Park on this July 4th, a lot of people out here cooking out. They look down to the end of the pier, and lo and behold, this is what they see. They start to realize that there's a problem over there at the Statue of Liberty. This is the backside of the Statue of Liberty, but this is really where all the action is taking place. The woman, of course, is still on that lower portion of the statue, the foot pedestal of the statue. She's been up there. She's been laying down since I got here about a good 10 or 15 minutes ago, but I have folks that have told me they've been out here for over an hour or so watching this as it's taking place out here, and they're just watching and waiting and seeing. We did, when we initially arrived, start to see many of those boats that evacuated the island. We saw them leaving as everybody has been taken off the island. Of course, this is the busiest day, actually, for the Statue of Liberty, for people to go over there and visit. The 4th of July, a big day for the whole thing. Ellis Island being out here, Liberty State Park being over there on Liberty Island. So this interrupted a lot of people's plans, but these folks over here are just watching, waiting to see what's going to happen. And we're talking about what Josh Einiger was talking about. This would be the view that actually from the ground you would want to see that operation taking place if indeed the NYPD aviation unit did what Josh is talking about. This is where the action place out here. It's pretty quiet out in the waterway, as we could see right now. A couple of people, of course, have their sailboats, which are parked all around this area, but everybody has their concentration and focus on the woman that apparently is just resting right now on that foot pedestal where I am standing on the Statue of Liberty. Now, Jim Dolan talked about a group, Rise and Resist, that they said they had been over to the island today. They wanted to protest immigration, and that the person that is on top of the statue is a member of that particular group. They said they had no idea that she was planning to do what she eventually did. Now, the question has to be, how was she able to climb to that point? There's plenty of security on Liberty Island. There's always been a lot of security, and of course that security increased greatly after 9/11, so there'll be a lot of questions about how she was able to get through that security and finally climb to that here on Lady Liberty. Now, a lot of these folks that have been out here, they've been watching this, they've been fascinated, they've been interested in what's going on out here. We don't know how this is going to end up. Of course, we do know the police officers are over there. They're trying to do their job. They're trying to negotiate with her, try to talk to her. And every now and then I ask my cameraman, Pete, what do you see up there as far as her actions? I do see a couple of things moving over there. She's crawling right now, so she is moving slightly, and we have seen movement from her back and forth a few times this afternoon since she's been up there. But this is quite a scene to watch and quite a scene to see exactly how this is all going to end up here. Everybody out here is waiting, but one young child did walk over to me and ask me one important question on this 4th of July, and that question was, were we going to have 4th of July fireworks here in Jersey City or even in the East River? So a lot of people are out here, of course, waiting for this incident to be over with, and then, of course, they're out here to catch the fireworks later on tonight. So a large crowd of people, and a lot of them just waiting to see what's going to happen out here at the Statue of Liberty. And as you can see, we're waiting to see what she's going to do out here, too. Back to you guys in the studio.
We are, too. Thank you, Anthony. What a sweet question, but we want our viewers to know.
We have your all-important AccuWeather forecast because people are concerned about what's going to happen with the weather tonight and the rest of the week going forward.
Never stop chasing the story. Be committed to being there. On the scene, Eyewitness News, New York's #1 news. And World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
The people of Eyewitness News, always here for you. Anytime, anywhere. The most trusted news is Eyewitness News.
There we go. All right. I'm here. I'm back. Still, same situation we're facing right now. We don't know if this lady's going to come down or not. That's the issue that, honestly, we don't even know right now. And I'm trying to get you any information, but I just can't right now. I mean, all we know is that the lady's still on there. And the only problem is, and this is a big concern, what if this goes into the evening? Because if the police cannot... I think we're cutting off again. Let's just wait for the internet to come back. Yeah, just hang on, everyone. Alright, we're back. So, the situation tonight, and this is going to be a big problem, is this going to impact the Macy's Fireworks Spectacular later this evening? I was just thinking, the police have a lot of resources that may go into trying to get this woman off the Statue of Liberty. If she can't get off the statue, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. I just heard police officers going by my house right now, so it's possible they could be heading west into the city right now, because it's possible other precincts in the city may have to back up and cover the fireworks tonight because of this. Am I saying mine here in Queens could see 107 officers over there? Maybe. I don't know. It's a possibility. Alright, we're back with WABC
News this afternoon. This woman on the top right, at the base of the pedestal, there as a protest or something. She is a member of a group that is disavowing her action, but were active earlier today with a Abolish ICE protest there. She seems to be crawling now at the base of the Statue of Liberty. We don't know why she's there, where her intent is. She's now moving away from the police officers. She has been there, as we said, for at least an hour and a half, and now she seems to be moving up.
She's been moving back and forth, really, throughout this, broadcast in the Eyewitness News First at 4, and we just kind of watched her kind of talk to the officers, then kind of take a break and rest, and then go back and talk to the officers. And the negotiators, we are told, have presented her with a phone or some way to communicate with a loved one, a family member, a friend, in their effort to try and get her to come down. So hopefully they are making some headway. At this point, it doesn't look like it, but we're going to keep our eye on this.
Before the fireworks. We do know from our Josh Reiniger, who was at Floyd Bennett Field, talking to the NYPD in helicopters, that their intent is, one of the plans that they're now trying to hatch, is to get a helicopter up there and rappel an officer down, someone from the ESU, and get this woman off there. Very dangerous, as you pointed out, Diana.
And plan of last resort. So hopefully they don't have to go in that direction. Let's check in with Amy Freeze and get a look at the weather this evening, because a lot of folks are waiting for those fireworks shows.
All right, so they're going back to Amy Freeze again, which, honestly, why would you even go back to the weather report? Why? We have a situation right now. I mean, we know it's going to rain tonight. Just, don't have an in-depth forecast to show us the July 4th time frame. Don't go in-depth. Oh, we have to talk about this. Oh, the next couple of days are going to be this. No, not during one of the biggest news stories of the entire year. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Thank goodness. So let me just check the comments. Yeah, Vinny was just chatting in the group. He is watching, so Vinny, thank you very much for watching my coverage. It means a lot. Robert the Blastermind said earlier, SJWs sometimes, maybe most of the time, are really stupid and ignorant towards the changes in society. Well, I will agree with him on that. I will agree with him that they are, as I said earlier, don't approach them because they're very dangerous people. We're on a serious note. I know this is a really serious situation that we're dealing with this afternoon. Very serious. That it could cancel the Macy's Fireworks Spectacular. Let's not rule that out. It's a possibility that we have the police with their resources. They're going to be left wondering, well, we're already beat trying to get this one insane woman off the Statue of Liberty. The question's going to be, bottom line, are we going to be able to handle the 4th of July? Because if there's no police and, God forbid, ISIS is over there, or MS committing a murder, God forbid, you need the police. Bottom line. Alright, now I'm getting low quality again. And now we're knocked off the air again. Unbelievable. Are you still back? There we go. Oh boy. I'm wondering why am I getting low quality? Why?
Position here, but those are the messages on the shirt that she wore today.
Obviously, we're following this breaking news story because what she does influences what a lot of other people do. There were 4,000 to 4,500 people on that island, Liberty State Island, to visit the statue, and Ellis Island today on the 4th of July, a day of great meaning, obviously. That's why they put this protest on. That's obviously why she's doing it. And there are a lot of police officers who have other things to do right now, like get ready for the fireworks show and the security, tight security there. We're going to go to break right now. We'll continue to follow this breaking news as we have since 4 o'clock.
This Jeopardy champ from New York is back to defend her title.
Who is Suzanne Koppelman? That's me. Watch Jeopardy tonight at 7 only on ABC 7.
Back with my camera again. We're still on watch. We're still on watch. Which, this is a very interesting situation we have right here. And Bill Ritter was mentioning the police are right now supposed to be on plan, getting ready for, of course, tonight's Macy's 4th of July fireworks spectacular. I figured I will give you an update on the Q66 in the meantime. I figured I'll turn it into a little bit of a mass transit update if well, that could be a help for people who, again, stranded at 21st Street Queensbridge and honestly have no way to get to the fireworks show tonight and view it from the East River. Let me just get rid of this. We're getting you information on the buses in Queens right now. Okay. Trying to give you any information. Alright, the only update I can tell you right now is that BM routes 1, 2, 3, and 4 are being detoured because of this Macy's Fireworks Spectacular. I'm just trying to check the NYCT bus feed at the moment. Okay, we don't have any information at the moment, so that's not going to help us with regards to, of course, any detours right around 21st Street in Long Island City right now. Okay, let me just get you this back. Yeah, so honestly, no information. No, we're not going to, the only information we're going to get is if we get a non-stop 24/7 feed right now. That's the only way we can get you any information. Let me just double check this. Yeah, Matt, should I go to Google Hangouts? I don't know, because I'm debating if I should go to Google Hangouts. I don't know. I don't have an answer at the moment. Oh, here we are. We're back.
Park, where he has been talking to folks who have been evacuated from the island. And let's check in with Jim. Jim?
Diana, there's still one more boat to go after this one. After this all started, they had to evacuate the island. They weren't sure whether this woman posed a security risk or not. So this is the second to the last boat. Obviously, the island was packed on this 4th of July with people from the United States and around the world celebrating freedom in this country. And then sometime around 3 o'clock, 3:30 this afternoon, that woman somehow managed to get to the pedestal of the Statue of Liberty, and she is there right now, and police are still trying to figure out a way to get her off of that pedestal. At first, police didn't know why she was there, and or if she posed a security risk, so they evacuated the island, and that is a process that is still underway. Now, earlier in the day, a group called Rise and Resist staged a protest on the island. Some of them were arrested, but we spoke with one member of that group a few moments ago, and she says the woman who is on the statue right now is a member of Rise and Resist.
Her action, we certainly sympathize with the passion and the feeling behind her action, but we were not aware of it. We were not aware she was going to take this particular action.
And like looking up to the statue and seeing a guy like was very.
You just couldn't tell what
the sign was. Yeah.
They didn't make us leave, but they closed it. So we were trying to get to the front to take pictures, and they closed it off and made everybody go around. And there was nothing else to do, so we left.
Yeah, and then they made everybody leave. At some point, the decision was made to evacuate the island. That process, again, is still going on right now. Again, the island was packed with tourists this afternoon. All of those people had to leave. They're still trying to find a way to get that woman off of the off of the statue, and then, of course, off of the island. As one person told us just a short while ago, it is some consolation to the tourists that she will be spending the night in jail. Reporting live from Battery Park, Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Jim. If and when they get her down, you can see she's resting now on that part of the statue. They've got one ladder up there, and if we can take that other shot, the other side shot there, what I saw a moment ago is that they seem to have put another ladder up to the back side. There you go. So you've got one ladder you can see straight there, but now you see that other ladder.
Is that a ladder or is that a crane in the background? There are cranes at shipyards over there.
I thought I saw someone climbing on that. So I believe, Bill, and I may be wrong.
No, you may be, right.
I believe I saw someone climbing on that ladder.
If we were NCIS, we'd be able to see it. But
I know. It could be a crane. I may be wrong, but I believe I saw someone trying to climb that up. And
you might be
so
right
it
there.
looks like they are approaching from the back side of the statue. And so they've got two sides that they're trying to
Good
come
eagle eye, Diana Williams with that. That's great. Diana, let's say, the man who may know this information right now is a man on the island, Jerry Willis, who is the spokesperson for the National Park Service. Jerry, welcome back to Eyewitness News. It's Bill and Diana. Can you hear me?
Good evening, Bill and Diana. Yeah, I'm here.
Can you tell us, is that right, Diana's eagle eye with another ladder?
Is that a second ladder, Jerry?
I only have one perspective on the statue right now, and I only see one ladder, so I can't confirm that.
Jim Dolan just reported that they have one more boat to go, and is that the same information you have?
Let me look. I have a view to the dock. I believe all our visitors have been removed from the island.
Okay, so what's the mood right there for you guys?
It's a bit somber. It's a 4th of July, obviously, celebration today. We have visitors from all over the world coming here, many for a once-in-a-lifetime visit. So it's very upsetting to have the monument co-opted like this and deny people who've been waiting so long to come and visit her a chance to do that uninterrupted.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Jerry, I do see it is a ladder. There is a second person or another person climbing up that ladder, and they are doing backwards or back side of the Statue of Liberty, trying to get up there so that they can come at her, I'm assuming, from both sides. Jerry, when we talked about this earlier, I mean, we were all speculating how could she have gotten up there in the first place. Have you gotten any new information on how she got up there?
No, I'm down on the ground, and the officers are up on the pedestal. It's really, at this point, we don't have any solid information on that. It's really just speculating how she could have done it.
What are you guys chatting about? What is that conversation that you're having?
It's just that most likely she had some climbing skills, and And they're, you know, for a determined climber with some skill, there are tiny footholds and finger holds that she might have been able to take advantage of it. But it is a vertical, very slick rock surface. So very, very dangerous.
Extremely.
Stunt.
And there's nothing projecting out from the granite there, and no spikes, nothing that could have prevented her from going up and scaling this, right?
Right. There's no easy way up.
You do not want to see barbed wire around the base of the Statue of Liberty, but obviously this is going to give you pause and time to reconsider. By the way, as you're watching, I hope you're watching us, you can see that there's another cop that's getting, you know, maybe even 2 cops that have come up there. So they're now a total, I count 4 at least up there that are, I don't know what they're going to do, how they're going to try to do this. There is a report, Jerry, and I don't know if you've heard this, except on our air, but that police might try some sort of helicopter rappelling as a last resort, if not to try to get her, then to bring some cops to get down there and get on that ledge as well from the other side.
Yeah, I'm not in direct communication with the police officers. I'm watching this as you are. You actually have probably a better perspective. So I know they're being slow and deliberate. They don't want to cause any injury to this climber,
or
they
to
don't want to cause any,
themselves.
or to themselves, or obviously damage the statue.
Yeah, that's an important thing too. You know, this is a piece of our history, and you don't want to do any damage to it.
These are, let me just make sure, these are not National Park Service police. This is the NYPD, ESU, right?
There are a combination of U.S. Park Police and NYPD ESU up on the monument. The Park Police has a SWAT team, and the ESU is up there, NYPD.
Jerry, I know you're upset by this. What would you say to this woman?
I say, you know, it's kind of ironic. She's climbing a monument that is dedicated to, you know, freedom and democracy and all that entails. We do have an area on the island set aside for First Amendment exercises. She would have been more than welcome to take advantage of that. And instead, she's chosen this path and had an impact on, as I said, visitors from all over the world today, and sent them home early and denied some their once-in-a-lifetime visit to the island. So, yeah, that makes me pretty upset.
You're mad at her.
You know, I'm just upset for our visitors.
Mm-hmm.
These slogans so often quoted these days with the immigration debate and everything else, and now taking on a different meaning when you look at, you know, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, and what's happened today with 4,500 people forced from the island. You know, and paying $18 a piece to get on there, and coming back and having their day of remembering interrupted. Not to mention all these people risking their lives up there.
So we're going to go to break in just a second, but I want to point out we've now got what looks like at least 5, possibly 6 officers who are making their way around to the other side of the statue, it looks like. So at some point it would seem that she is going to be surrounded on both sides by officers who are still negotiating, still trying to convince this woman to come down. We're going to take a break. We're continuing on this, and don't forget, if you want to continue to watch it live, go to ABC7NY. We continue to have it there for you as well. We'll be right back after this.
Rachel Bilson as a fallen Hollywood star teams up with Eddie Cibrian as a tough LA detective.
Hey, where's my badge?
I don't have...
Okay, everyone, I'm back. Earlier, Matt Camper was mentioning I should use Google Hangouts. Apparently, at the moment, and this is where I've been able to figure out, my dad was ruining the internet because he was streaming a podcast. So that's why you noticed my internet going in, out, and all that nonsense. Excuse me. You know what? Angry is just, you know, I think on America's birthday, and I'm going to say this now, and again, I have mentioned to everyone that this is definitely a crazy social justice warrior. Normally, I would be angry. And many of you know I am a moderate conservative. Many of you know that by now. But today, it's not the right day to be angry. It's America's birthday. Honestly, it's not the right day to be irate and make an epic rant. I love America. Many of you know that. And I think being sad is the right emotion today. I think that's the right emotion. Hang on, everyone. I think my mom wants me. Ow! What? For hot dogs? Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. Where was I? Yeah, sadness is the right word to describe what has taken place today. I certainly agree with that gentleman from National Parks. I'm sure he would agree with me if I said it was the right feeling to have today, and of course our nation's 241st birthday. And yes, I think sadness is the right emotion to have when some crazy whack job decides to do this. I said right now, I got another camera feed at the moment. I'm keeping it on this camera feed and keeping you all posted with WABC's audio in the background. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. The best that I can, because I may have to end this broadcast in about 10 minutes, like you may have heard. The thing is, I don't really want to put back on Diana and Bill, because I have for you right now another... This is interesting. I want to read you this article. You know why? Let me read this article. I think I'm going to like this. Let me read this about the Islanders regarding Tavares. I'll make it off topic, because honestly, this is just upsetting to hear. But there's some decent news from Bagel Boss in Long Island. John Tavares was offered plenty of enticements to remain a member of the Islander. Yeah, they were offering him free donuts. Alright, let me see. Alright. Let's see what we got. Okay, so if you go to Bagel Boss right now in Long Island, they will give you a free dozen bagels to anybody that brings in a John Tavares shirt, and they'll donate them to charity. I don't know if I want to get rid of my jersey. I mean my t-shirt, but unrelated note, I will have to consider a Matt Barzell shirt in the future. So WABC is still doing commercials. And right now, I'm making out on the camera feed, this lady is climbing again. She's climbing again. So I'm going to give you play-by-play right now. That's what we'll do until WABC comes back. Okay, here we are. We have the main camera feed right now. We have a photo. Okay, here we go. We have a photo courtesy of @Miranda_MOR1. Apparently, I'm going to look up this feed right now. So we have new information, everyone. Just stand by. @morning_MIR1. I think that's the feed, so we'll check it right now. I wanted to go... Maybe that's one positive of my ADHD, is that whenever something depresses me, I think that's where I... Okay, @JasonBXNY0619. I know this guy very well. Mr. Jason Pinero, just tweeted me this photo 12 minutes ago. So, I'm going to retweet the original source. I'll follow her, of course, as well. I think she may have contributed. Yeah, so, I will display for you on the screen, if I can. I'll try to zoom in on the display capture. Do that right now. Okay. Here we go. I'm trying to zoom in the best that I can, but right now I can't zoom in. I can't zoom in. Unless I figure out how to do this. Yeah, so it says, Trump care makes us sick. So, apparently, is she protesting Trump's plan to get rid of Obamacare? See, that's a decent question that I don't really want to answer at the moment on, again, our nation's birthday. It would be really disrespectful to answer that on of all days today. Are we still alive? I hope we're still alive. Yeah, we're still alive. Apparently what happened was my computer, what happened was the live stream. Oh! Somebody made a trolling comment. Alright, you're getting blocked. You're getting blocked. Sorry. Bye. Okay, so right now, I'm going to make a moderator for this chat. Vinny Urena, you are now a moderator, so congratulations. Congratulations, Vinny, you have a big accomplishment today. Well deserved. Okay, I have the camera feed again. I have it right here. So as you can see, they're going with the same thing here and then here on both feeds right now. So that's very reasonable. I'm trying to see if any other outlets are picking this up. I don't know. I'll go with Alright, folks, here's what we'll do. We'll go on the Drudge Report right now. We'll go on the Drudge Report. Let me just check another notification I have at the moment. Yeah, Matt Camper, thank you very much. Thank you very much for retweeting my tweets. Matt Camper 1994 has just tweeted me, a very loyal person to this channel, and of course, you know, for mass transit issues. So Drudge is not picking this up, which is a real shame. I thought that maybe we would have Drudge Report picking this up, but apparently not. Apparently not. Let's do something stupid. Let's go on Breitbart. I'll check some conservative outlets. See if any conservative outlets are picking this up. No. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. Sorry about that, folks. I thought there would be conservative news outlets picking this up. Let's just check for a sec. Chen the Free I know was live. They were live. So I can't really get any conservative outlets. I have an idea. Let's check Bloomberg. Let's check Bloomberg's website. They usually do news. Okay, let's see what we got on the news. Because again, every outlet's picking this up. That I know. That I know. Trump tracker. That's not going to help us. No. Reuters. It's possible. Nope. Sorry, folks. Nothing from Reuters. I'm trying to find you any conservative or something. See if they're picking this up. We'll check the AP. Good idea. I am curious. I mean, are any other outlets being picked up by this? I have an idea. Let's go to Google News. Let's go to Google News. Just to see if anything is coming up on the master feed, as I like to call it. I was curious if any other outlets... Okay, we have CBS, we have... Oh, good, I didn't think of AOL. I did not think of AOL. AOL's normally neutral on their news coverage. I go to them on occasion. So, here's AOL's story. Here's what they're reporting about this. So this is from Reuters. So Reuters is picking this up too. So like I figured, Reuters is definitely picking this up.
I want to take you live to some live breaking news happening right now out of New York City. Look at this. There are reports someone is climbing the Statue of Liberty right near the base of the statue. As you take a live look here, they're actually trying to...
So here's another angle of the lady right now from Reuters. So this is from Reuters, folks. Reuters is picking up this story. Everybody else is picking it up, as I said, from the main feed on Google. Because remember, WABC was the first to go live with this, because they do a 4 o'clock broadcast. So here again, she's climbing again, which she was climbing earlier, but now she's just sitting there. Yeah, so there she is. So, when she comes down, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and watch this while I eat my hot dogs, because I'm getting hungry. Folks, I'm getting hungry. Believe it or not, because I had a light lunch to prepare for big 4th of July fest today, and yeah, like I figured, they're going back to Amy Freeze again. Who cares? This is more important today. No offense. So again, let's just pull back Reuters again. Here's the lady earlier. Here are the 2 officers trying to talk to her. So this is what I can show you right now. I want to keep looking for any information at the moment. Alright, so another image from apparently this is from CNN. I don't know how they got this photo, but yeah, here's another. Yeah, she's sitting on the statue. Unfortunately, folks, I may have to retweet this. Let me just find it. I may have to retweet what CNN had earlier. I know I'm going to get a lot of bash from the conservatives, especially the people who I deal with, who are very conservative people, but I don't care. They actually have real news today. For once, CNN actually has real news today. So we'll find the photo that they tweeted. Let's see. Is this the same one as this? Yeah, it's the same one. So, if you're on my Twitter feed, at Andy's Randomness, here's what I'll show you if you're looking for some new information. So here's what we got. We got, at CNN tweeted this an hour ago. Right here. About an hour ago. And then we have at Miranda_MOR1. This is from an hour ago. That's what we have right now. So, best thing for me to do is just go off the air. If I have any footage of the woman coming down, I may have it as a pre-recorded video, and we may have to go to Plan B. Alright? Because I'm thinking if she's not down within another hour, something's not right. Something's not right. Because the police have to get ready for the 4th of July show tonight. So, if you can, try to go to Matt Camper's channel. Try to go to Agenda Free TV. Try to go on to abc7ny.com because they are giving you another accurate image right now. I'll just show you the image again one more time. This is a live look right now of the lady from WABC television in New York. So, I'll leave the air right now. I'll go downstairs and watch it on my TV and while I eat. Yeah, if I don't come back, have a good rest of the 4th of July, everyone. Just a heads up, I may be on a gaming stream later tonight with a different YouTuber. I don't know yet if he's going live tonight or not, but if that ever entails, I'll show you that video on my Twitter feed. It'll probably be me liking it, so we're working on it right now. I was mentioning it to him. Maybe you might want to go live on the 4th, and like when I'm done at night, maybe I will consider doing it. It's a game you might remember. So before I get off topic, yes, I'm gonna get going. Have a good rest of your 4th if I don't come back, and take care, everyone.